Hola, Hannah Riley here with Viva Spanish Language Programs. As you know by now, I'm the Director of Programs and Operations, and I'll be working with you a lot throughout your training and your experience as a Viva Spanish teacher this year. This is our first module, which is our orientation module. The goal of this module is to get you a little bit more familiar with the company, the mission, vision, values that we hold, also a little bit more about the role that you'll play within the organization. We will also introduce you to our team here at Viva Spanish, so that way you know who you'll be interacting with and what to expect for the coming year. Let's get started. Viva Spanish was born over 20 years ago to offer after-school Spanish enrichment to elementary students. Co-owners Gladys Benitez Riley and Veronica Pineda transformed the company to offer in-school programs in the early years. The company has undergone many changes. Originally known as School Enrichment Programs and then Amigos and More, Viva Spanish Language Programs took its current name in 2009 when company ownership fully transferred to the president and chief Spanish enthusiast Gladys Benitez Riley. Since that time, the company has grown immensely, and in the coming school year, we plan to serve over 7,500 students in all of Ohio. What does Viva Spanish do? We save principals time, effort, and worry by providing an entire part-time Spanish program for their school. When a non-public elementary school contracts with us, we provide a screened and certified individual to serve as a part-time Spanish teacher in their school. Viva Spanish provides the curriculum to offer an uninterrupted teaching sequence. All materials and resources needed for the program are also coordinated through Viva Spanish. We are a worry-free, risk-free program and solution for schools. The mission of Viva Spanish Language Programs is to equip and empower individuals who possess knowledge and love of the Spanish language and culture to share their passion and experience with our students in order to inspire and ignite lifelong language learning. Our vision is to be recognized by schools as the single best option for part-time Spanish programming for their students. The values of Viva Spanish Language Programs include significance, to provide a value to those who interact with us as teachers, principals, or students. Distinctiveness, to offer something unique that cannot be easily reproduced. Innovation, to continuously seek new and exciting methods of delivering curriculum content. Dependability, to be available anytime someone has a comment, question, or feedback. And inspiration, to inspire those who we reach by empowering them to explore something new. Viva Spanish Language Programs strives to develop the 4 major language skills in the students that we serve. Listening. This is a critical skill at any age. To hear and recognize basic words and phrases is a critical beginning for language learners. Speaking. As students become comfortable recognizing the sounds of the Spanish language, they then will begin to practice their own pronunciation and verbal speaking skills. Reading. Our older students will incorporate their listening and speaking skills as they begin to read in the Spanish language. Writing. As the students learn more about the grammar and become more comfortable reading in the Spanish language, they will begin to build and construct their own sentences. Overall, programs are designed to create a limited fluency but build a solid foundation for lifelong language learning. The goals for younger students in our program include exposing them to Spanish language and culture, increasing the interest, motivation, and confidence of the students learning the language, make the language meaningful and enjoyable for the students, and develop listening and speaking skills in the Spanish language. For our older language learners, we strive to further expose them to the Spanish language and culture, further develop confidence and comprehension of the Spanish language, further develop their listening and speaking skills, while beginning to introduce them to reading and writing in Spanish. Ultimately, we seek to prepare them for Spanish in the high school level. At Viva Spanish, we hire individuals who can speak the Spanish language and are familiar with the culture to be trained and prepared to go in and deliver Spanish lessons to grades K through 8. Viva Spanish provides them with orientation, training, ongoing coaching, and support. As a teacher at Viva Spanish Language Programs, you will be joining a team of teachers who have assignments across the state of Ohio. All teachers undergo screening and background checks to ensure that only the best and most qualified teachers are placed in our schools. Teachers will receive assistance in obtaining the proper certification needed to work in non-public schools. This certification is reimbursed at 50% and will be payable on your first payday. Teachers working in Catholic schools will be required to attend a free Virtus training in accordance with the diocesan requirements. This training is a comprehensive education on protecting God's children. All teachers must pass a fingerprint, FBI, and BCI background check in the state of Ohio. Viva Spanish language programs provides teachers with all the essential pieces to a successful Spanish program, including training, materials, and a curriculum that has been developed over the past 20 years. Teachers will also be observed in the classroom and ongoing training will occur. The goal of Viva Spanish is to make sure that we are there and accessible for our teachers anytime they need us. As a teacher of Viva Spanish, you will not only be connected with the Viva Spanish supervisors at the home office, but you will also be connected with one another. Through an online private Facebook group called Viva Spanish Teacher Talk, teachers can communicate and share ideas, ask for help, and show pictures from the classroom. It is the goal of Viva Spanish language programs to foster a team environment where all teachers have a voice and feel like they are contributing to a larger goal. It is also important to remember that photos taken in your classroom should only be shared on our private group as to not violate any school's privacy policy. As an instructor with Viva Spanish language programs, your responsibilities include to follow the guidelines set forth during training for responsible and effective teaching, maintain good communication with your school secretary, principal, as well as with our Viva Spanish home team. Arrive at school on time and prepared for class. Utilize the Viva Spanish language programs materials exclusively with the programs you are teaching for Viva Spanish. Upon termination of your contract, return all materials which are the property of Viva Spanish. Follow the schedule of lessons and the school calendar provided by Viva Spanish language programs at the beginning of the school year. Develop daily lesson plans for all grades and keep an accurate record of the lesson plans. Keep grading records according to the school's preferences and provide them to the school as needed. Viva Spanish has built time into your day to have planning, grading, as well as a working lunch period, so that way you can get all of your responsibilities done within the scheduled time that you are within the school. The final component of this orientation is to introduce you to the office staff at Viva Spanish language programs. This is Gladys Benitez Riley. Gladys is the CEO and Chief Spanish Enthusiast at Viva Spanish language programs. Gladys has a master's in education as well as vast experience in the educational field. Gladys heads up the sales and hiring for the company. She has been the owner of this company for over 20 years. This is Sandy Dibble. Sandy is the office manager and program coordinator at Viva Spanish language programs. From A to Z, she does it all. Sandy manages our company's HR, accounting, and resources. Sandy has been with the company for over 15 years. Sandy will be the one who sends out a weekly email to you on Fridays, and she is also responsible for making sure you get paid, so she will be one of your favorite people at Viva Spanish. This is Kelly Dibble. She is the curriculum specialist and teacher coach at Viva Spanish. Kelly has a degree in K-12 Spanish education and 5 years of experience teaching Spanish in the classroom. She will oversee the Spanish teacher team and assist in curriculum development. Kelly and I will be working very closely with you throughout the school year to make sure that you are successful in your classroom. And as you know, I'm Hannah C. Riley, Director of Programs and Operations here at Viva Spanish. I have a master's degree in education from Ursuline College, where I studied school administration, as well as a degree in business from the University of Dayton. I've been with the company since 2015, and I will be working directly with you to make sure that you are trained and ready to go for the school year. I'm available throughout the school year to provide ongoing training and support as well. Anytime you need anything, you can contact me. So this concludes the orientation training module. Should you have any questions, you know that you can contact me, Hannah Riley, at 440-376-3688. or you can email me at hriley@vivaspanish.com. Thank you so much for listening. I'm really looking forward to working with you this year. If you have any questions, please contact me.